Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, 8th May 2020. I welcome you to the English class. Today we are going to do further practice with verbs and adverbs. As you can see that here I have written some of the examples of verbs and adverbs. But before moving to that, let's review that what is a verb. A verb is that word which shows some kind of action. जब कोई काम किया जा रहा है और जो word हमें ये बता रहा है that some action has been performed, वो word verb कहलाता है. And then what is an adverb? Adverb is something which tells us more about verb. It means that हम ये कह सकते हैं कि वो word जो हमें verb के बारे में information provide करता है, which tells us more about verb, कि वो verb कैसे perform किया गया, किस तरह से perform किया गया, वो word adverb कहलाता है. So we can say that adverb is a word that describes a verb. Or we can say that in another way, that an adverb describes a verb or it modifies a verb. It tells us more about a verb. So for this one, let me show you this flashcard. Here you can see that, yes, this sentence. The girl danced gracefully. Danced is the verb. It shows some action, and gracefully is adverb. How? Let's see. Dance is the verb. It shows that कुछ action, कुछ work perform हुआ है. So verb is the doing word. This is the action word. And gracefully, this word tells us about the verb कि ये verb किस तरह से perform किया गया. So gracefully is the adverb जो हमें बता रहा है कि जो girl ने जो नाउन है, जो सब्जेक्ट है सेंटेंस में, उसने जो एक्शन परफॉर्म किया वो किस तरह से परफॉर्म किया. ग्रेसफुली, शाइली, लेजीली, स्लोली, एक्टिवली, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ वर्ब हैज बीन परफॉर्म्ड. सो ग्रेसफुली इज द एडवर्ब. ऑलराइट, let me tell you another thing. Most of the adverbs end with ly. Most of the adverbs end with ly sound. So that's how we can identify most of the adverbs. So the girl danced gracefully. Gracefully is an adverb here in this sentence, and danced is the verb. So adverb is something that modifies a verb. So we can say that adverb वो words हैं जो हमें verb के बारे में information देते हैं. It tells us more about a verb. So let's take a look at another example. He sang a song loudly. So first of all, let's identify that what is the verb in this one sentence. Excuse me. This is verb, and let's denote it with capital V. And loudly is adverb. And let's write it with AD, adverb. It is ending with ly, and this is the verb. Sang is the verb, and loudly words modifies the verb. और हमें ये बता रहा है कि जो verb है वो किस तरह से perform किया गया. Next we have they write neatly. First, let's identify that what is the verb in this one sentence. Alright, let's mark verb first. Verb. Write is the verb, and neatly, this is adverb. And again, neatly is ending with ly, you see this? It is ending with ly. So most of the adverbs end with ly sound. So that's how we have marked verb and adverb in these sentences. Alright, now let's move towards our today's topic, that is verbs and adverbs. Alright children, for this one I would like you to open up your textbook. Textbook, page number 20. Yes, this one. Textbook page number 20. And today we are going to attempt C2. Verbs and adverbs. Let's read the statement first. Make lists of verbs and adverbs in the following passage. This one is the passage. We have to read this passage and then we will mark verbs and adverbs in the following passage. So first of all, let's make a key. As you always know that first of all we make key. हम एक key बना लेते हैं to identify what are the verbs in the sentences and what are adverbs. This is the key. Verb, verb की आप की बना सकते हैं green, and for adverb you can use yellow color. Here I have used green and yellow, but it's your choice कि आप कोई सा भी color use कर सकते हैं. Green, purple, pencil colors use कर सकते हैं. You can use markers, crayons, anything you're having at home. So आप उनमें से कोई सी भी की बना सकते हैं. So यहाँ पे मैंने green and yellow से की बनाई. And जहाँ पे भी हमें green color नजर आएगा, it means that that's a verb, and wherever you see yellow, it means that that word is adverb. So let's read the passage first. Excuse me. When they came out of the church, they gazed wonderingly at the sword. Round the stone they found these beautifully written letters of gold. Who pulls out this sword from the stone will be king of all Britain. You see, this is a picture. यहाँ पे इस passage की एक illustration भी दी हुई है. You see, this is the sword and this is the stone. All the men tried hard to pull out the sword, but no one could move it at all. So this is all about the passage. First, let's mark verbs in the passage. Came, verb again. Verb is some action, doing words. Verb it's जो words हमें बताते हैं, the words which tell us that that shows some action. Those are called verbs. Came, gazed, written. Let me show you closely. Written, pulls, will, tried, pull, could. These are the verbs. Then adverbs. All the words which describes verb are called adverbs. Wonderingly, beautifully, out, hard. So these are the adverbs in the passage. Now it's time to look at the diary. Today's diary is: read the story Does He Remember and write 6 interesting verbs and adverbs in notebook as homework. आपने ये story Does He Remember read करनी है और इसके अंदर से आपने 6 interesting verbs and adverbs find out करने हैं और उसको write करना है अपनी notebook में. You see, here you can see a list of verbs and adverbs: whispered, fumbled, raised, stuttered, convinced, and waited, loudly, abruptly, hastily, nervously, finally, possibly. This is the list of adverbs and this is the list of verbs. So that's how you will make a list at homework, and you see that this is the question as well. Find 6 interesting verbs and 6 interesting adverbs in the chapter Does He Remember? And you see that you can write down the definition of verb and adverb on your textbook page as well. Verb, it is a doing word. Adverb, it describes a verb. For example, quickly, slowly, and neatly. Alright children, so you have to read the story and you will mark different verbs and adverbs. As you can see that here we have used yellow for adverbs and green for verbs. You see, seemingly, fumbled, obviously, possibly, determinedly, partially, nervously. So that's how you will mark all of the verbs and adverbs. Now let me show you that how would you prepare your notebook for the homework. Alright children, first of all you will write down day, Friday, 8th May 2020 homework. Unit number 3, Does He Remember? Topic, verbs and adverbs. Then you will make 2 columns, verbs, adverbs, and you have to write at least 6 examples of both of these verbs and adverbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you see, you have to leave one line after writing one example. आपने एक example write करने के बाद एक line leave करनी है. That's how you will prepare your notebook. And on the other side of the notebook, you have to make a chart. You have to make a poster of verb and adverb. How? How would you do that? Let's see. Adverbs tell us more about verbs in a sentence. First of all, you will write this definition of adverb. Then you will write a sentence. She smiled shyly. Smiled. What is the verb? For always first identify the verb, then mark the adverb. Because adverb always modifies a verb. So first of all you have to you have to point out the verb. First of all you have to mark the verb, then come to adverb. Smiled is the verb, so let's write this here, and shyly adverb. सो दैट्स हाउ यू विल प्रिपेयर द पोस्टर। और आपने इसको इसी तरह से प्रिपेयर करना है। होमवर्क आपने इसी तरह के पेज पे करना है कि एक साइड पे आप अपना ये पोस्टर बनाएंगे और सेकंड जो इसका ऑपोजिट साइड है वहां पे आप इसको ऐसे नोटबुक को प्रिपेयर करेंगे। ऐसा नहीं कीजिएगा कि यहाँ पे आपने होमवर्क किया और नेक्स्ट साइड पे आप पोस्टर बना रहे हैं। नो, होमवर्क आप इसी तरह से रेडी करेंगे होमवर्क पेज के एक साइड पे आपका पोस्टर होगा and on either side you have to complete the written homework. So that's how you will complete your homework, and after completing that you have to fill up your index as well. ये जो आप देख रहे हैं पोस्टर और नोटबुक प्रेजेंटेशन, ये आपको नोट्स के फोल्डर में मिलेगी। एज यू ऑल ऑफ यू नो दैट दीज डेज यू आर वर्किंग ऑन स्मार्ट स्कूल ऐप। उस ऐप में आफ्टर वॉचिंग द वीडियो लेसन ऑफ द रेलिवेंट सब्जेक्ट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई वुड टॉक अबाउट इंग्लिश, आप इंग्लिश का वीडियो लेसन देखने के बाद नीचे नोट्स का एक फोल्डर है, आप उस पर क्लिक करेंगे। जब वो डाउनलोड हो जाएगा, यू नो द कलर बिकेम इट विल बिकम रेड, और उसमें आप इसको जाएंगे, क्लिक करेंगे, नोट्स डाउनलोड करेंगे, एंड दैट्स हाउ यू विल प्रिपेयर योर पोस्टर एज वेल. So this is all about adverbs and verbs. So let's recap. Today we have discussed verbs and adverbs. Verbs are the doing words. All the words which tell us about some action are called verbs, and adverbs are the words which modify a verb. For example, loudly, slowly, neatly, smartly. So this is all about verbs and adverbs. Thank you very much. Look after yourself. Stay home. Stay safe.